Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the hidden language of corporate filings. And today we have Flowco Holdings Inc. getting ready to pay out some cash to its shareholders. A tap Flowcode and see what it means for investors and everyone watching. Alright, so on August 1st, 2025, Flowco Holdings Inc., which we'll just call the company from now on, put out a press release. This usually means they're sharing some important news. What they announced is that they decided to declare a cash dividend. Think of a dividend like a small bonus payment from the company to its shareholders. This one is a quarterly dividend, meaning it happens every 3 months. If you own the company's Class A common stock, you're going to get 8 cents for every share you own. To get this money, you need to be a shareholder by the end of the day on August 15th. The actual payment date for this bonus is August 29th. This is pretty standard procedure for dividend payments. It's also worth noting that their main operating company, Flowco Merge Co. LLC, is also going to give out a similar payment of 8 cents per unit to anyone who owns their common units. This shows a consistent approach across their structure. Now, here's a bit of a legal detail that's important to understand. The company is saying that this specific information, the press release about the dividend, isn't being officially filed in a way that makes them responsible for it under certain parts of securities law. Think of it as them sharing information but not making any official promises or guarantees about it beyond what's in the press release itself. This often happens with these kinds of disclosures to manage liability. This filing also includes a reference to Exhibit 99.1, which is the actual press release they issued on August 1st. Essentially, this Form 8K is just officially attaching and acknowledging that press release to make sure it's publicly available and documented. Just to give you some context about the company, Flowco Holdings Inc. has its Class A common stock traded on the New York Stock Exchange. You'll find it under the ticker symbol FOC. So anyone interested in trading it or looking up its performance will use FLOC. It's listed on a major exchange, which usually means it's a substantial company. Interestingly, the filing indicates they are considered an emerging growth company. This status allows them to use certain exemptions and relaxed reporting requirements under US securities laws, at least for a period of time. It means they're likely a younger company or one that hasn't reached a certain size or revenue threshold yet. Now, let's get into the bigger picture here. What does a dividend announcement really tell us? For Flowco Holdings Inc., it signals a few things. First, it implies the company has enough consistent profit or cash flow to not only operate but also to return some of that value directly to shareholders. This is generally a positive sign. It suggests financial stability and a management team that is confident in the company's ongoing ability to generate cash. However, it's crucial to remember that this is just one piece of the puzzle. An 8-cent dividend on a stock that could be trading at, say, $20 or more is a very small return. You have to look at the overall financial health of the company. Are they growing? Are their revenues increasing? Are their costs under control without seeing their full financial statements, which are usually filed separately in a 10Q or 10K? It's hard to say if this dividend is sustainable or if it's just a small gesture. In the world of investing, dividends can attract certain types of investors, like those looking for income. But for a company categorized as an emerging growth company, sometimes reinvesting all profits back into the business for growth is seen as a better strategy than paying out dividends. So this dividend might suggest they've reached a stable point where growth investment and shareholder returns can coexist. We don't have the deep financial tables here, like in a quarterly report, but the fact that they are paying a dividend at all, especially a consistent quarterly one, is a signal of maturity. It's not just about the amount, it's about the intention and capability. A company that pays dividends is saying it's not facing any immediate cash crunch and believes it can afford to share its success. When you think about risks for an emerging growth company, the biggest risk is usually around growth itself. Can they continue to expand their market share, develop new products, or acquire other businesses effectively? If revenue and profit growth stagnate, then that small, consistent dividend might not be enough to keep investors happy, especially if growth stocks are outperforming dividend payers. On the opportunity side, if Flowco Holdings Inc. is indeed in a growing industry, this dividend could be seen as a sign that they are a solid foundational company that will likely continue to grow and perhaps increase that dividend over time. It also makes them more attractive to a broader range of investors who might prefer companies with a dividend history. So to sum up our take on this particular filing, it's a straightforward announcement of a small quarterly cash dividend. It signals financial health and a shareholder-friendly approach. However, without more detailed financial information, it's difficult to judge the long-term implications or the company's overall strategic priorities concerning growth versus shareholder payouts. It's a positive signal, but definitely one that needs to be seen in the context of their broader financial performance and market position. Alright, that's our quick decode of Flowco Holdings Inc.'s latest announcement. What are your thoughts on this dividend payment and what it might mean for the company? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our future deep dives. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.